And to unpack this, I'm joined live in the studio by a lawyer, Don Akaebu. Good evening, glad to have you join me. Okay, let me start by asking, or going to the report that shows that a federal high court in Kano has set aside the Kano State Emirates law, which dissolved the 5 emirates in Kano State. In other words, this verdict reinstates Ado Bayero as the Emir of Kano. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I do not think, though I'm yet to obtain a certified copy or any form of any copy of the judgment or ruling, but I do not believe that the judgment of the court has set aside the Kano Emirate law, which reinstated Sanusi. From the snippet I have seen, I think what the court is saying is that the state government should have maintained status quo because there are pending applications before the court, which has not been heard, as a result of which the court has set aside all steps taken before now. What the court basically, I think, is saying is that until the pending applications in court have been heard and decided one way or the other, the Kano State Government cannot fully actualize the provisions of the repealed Emirate law.
When you say pending applications in courts, if you could expatiate, what do you mean by that? Just give us a little bit more clarification on that.
Okay, very well. There were applications in court from the Ado Bayero team seeking to stay the actions of the government. The action of the government which sought to reinstate the Emir Sanusi. They went to court and filed applications which are still pending. Those applications, according to what I've read, have not yet been heard, but the government, in violation of the rules of court, have taken steps which are, according to our jurisprudence, the steps taken without, first of all, hearing these pending applications are violations and abuse of court processes. So I believe that what the court is saying is that until those pending applications are heard and decided one way or the other, the steps you have taken so far are null and void. The reason why I'm saying so is this: the court has not voided the repealed law, because the people who made the law are members of the House of Assembly, which under our constitution, it is their exclusive preserve to make laws for the state. The reason why they make the law is a different kettle of fish. The court has not nullified Kano Emirate law. What the court is saying is that upon the filing of applications, as long as those applications have not been heard one way or the other, you shouldn't have taken the steps you have taken. As a result of that, those steps are null and void.
Well, it seems there are different interpretation of this verdict by the court, those federal courts in Kano State. But then, with this new judgment from the federal high court in Kano, what do you think should be the disposition of the current Emir, Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi?
The courts are there, the appellate courts are there. Obviously, they will go to the Court of Appeal. It's a matter of hours or days. They will exercise their constitutional right of appealing the ruling or the judgment.
Okay, let's backtrack a bit now. If you recall, the incumbent governor, that's Ado Bayero, implemented the repealed law, dethroning, Emir Bayero. Now, with this new judgment or verdict in place, how best do you think he should respond to this?
Who?
I'm talking about the governor of the state himself, Ado Bayero.
Well, the governor should be a law-abiding citizen of Nigeria. The court has given its ruling. He cannot take any step outside the ruling of the court. He can only urge them to exercise their constitutional rights of appealing the judgment. That's the only thing he can do. And I believe, and he should, tell the people of Kano State to be law-abiding, to be calm until the appellate court either upholds or set aside the ruling that is given today.
What do you think his appeal should be to the people of Kano? If you recall, there was a protest, staged in Kano at a point in time following the reinstatement of Sanusi Lamido as the Emir of Kano. In view of this judgment or verdict by the Federal High Court in Kano State, what should be the appeal for peace and calm coming from the governor himself? What should be his message to the people in Kano State?
His message should be simple, the court has decided. This is constitutional democracy. Everybody must abide by the decision of the court. Be calm, but we will appeal the judgment. That's what you should tell them. Be calm. Go about your business lawfully. Be orderly. We are going to, or Emir Sanusi is going to appeal the judgment. That's what you should tell them.
All right, thank you so much. Well, we have our eyes on ground, our ears and eyes on ground to see how things pan out following this court ruling in Kano State. But thank you so much for your insight on the news. Don Akaegbo, a lawyer, thank you once again.
My pleasure. Thank you.